Soleil is a pretty ambitious project that aims to help the world fight climate change by building two open and decentralized services for everyone to use. So the first service is to provide users with a way of incentivizing growth in the entire solar industry with just one transaction. The second is to build a free public feed of solar energy generation data aggregated from a range of providers. So here's roughly how it works. Users can deposit DAI into the pool manager contract and specify a number of days that they would like it to be distributed to other users who can prove that they're generating energy through solar panel ownership. So here's an example of that in words from the user's perspective. They might say they want to donate 200 DAI to solar panel owners gradually over the next 30 days, as long as they can prove that they're generating solar energy. All the owners of the solar panels then receive a percentage of the platform's daily DAI distribution based on the amount of energy that they've generated that day. The platform also mints an amount of native Soleil tokens relative to the total amount of the energy produced that day. For funding the platform with DAI, the users are then rewarded with a percentage of these daily minted Soleil tokens. Any native uses of a Soleil token are undecided as of yet, but because the token represents a user's efforts to combat climate change, they're a kind of pseudo carbon credit, and content creators and other teams may wish to help fight climate change themselves by creating an economy around this token by offering rewards and other services in exchange for it. The DAI rewards for the solar panel owners kind of act as an incentive to scale up energy production and an incentive for new sites to get set up. And because they're incentivized to provide their data, we can then build up a large public data feed. So to handle this, a network of Chainlink nodes can request the data using the site's API credentials, shape the data into a standard common format, and store non-sensitive energy production figures along with a linking Ethereum address into a data stream on Ceramic's permissionless data streaming network. As more sites register, the data stream grows and becomes more and more useful as a tool for performing analytics on the solar industry and as a source of truth for other teams to use and innovate on and create their own products around. So the Ceramic network is built on top of IPFS, but allows us to create mutable data streams which are built up from a series of immutable commits. Our project uses Ceramic to store 3 data feeds, the first being the energy produced per site, and then the cumulative earnings of both the DAI and the SSL for the users of the platform. So to manage the potential distribution of DAI to thousands of solar sites and of Soleil tokens to thousands of funding users, and avoid spending a ridiculous amount on gas, we've looked to a cumulative Merkle drop solution, where a Chainlink node calculates the earnings for each token, publishes this data in a public Ceramic data stream, and then calculates the Merkle root of that and only submits the Merkle root of this data back to our smart contract. So this means that then in the web app, at any time users are able to submit a Merkle proof to the contract to be able to claim their DAI or Soleil token earnings, and partial claims are also supported. I'll keep this talk short by talking about the technical details in writing. I'd just like to say a big thank you to the Chainlink team and all the sponsors for making the hackathon happen, and a big thank you to Linkpool as well for letting us use a free trial of their Node as a Service platform throughout the duration of the hackathon.